in the AHL. Guys come from college, guys come from, undrafted. They sign with the team. But I think in the locker room, you try to be, as mainstream as you can. You don't have like the top guy or anything. You're just everybody's friends. It's a family thing, and you hope everybody gets along because that shows on the ice for sure.
That's true. We actually had, if I could just chime in, we had Dom Minardo in last week, and he was saying that you guys had Sergei Bobrovsky and
you know it.
Rehabbing
he didn't know who he was
for a week or so 2 weeks ago. And Dominic Minardo, great guy. I mean, probably one of the guys in the locker room everyone wants to be around the dressing room. And he said that he thought it was just some call-up from the ECHL. Didn't realize that it was Bob.
Yeah, Bob came in, I think, and his gear was there, and he had his locker, but with no name tag. So, I mean, I think for guys I've never seen him before, it might have been something funny, maybe like a guy coming on the tryout or something. I don't know.
So good.
I've seen him before, so it's kind of different.
Now being from Montreal, a way of life. I mean, hockey's a religion there. I'm guessing you grew up a Canadian fan. Now, making it to this level, it's huge. But do they say, listen, you're probably not going to play for the Canadian? Do they set you up for that heartbreak, knowing that you're probably going to play for an American team or somebody other than the Canadians?
The heartbreak of playing.
I'm telling you, I know how the Canadians think.
We got it pretty good down here in America.
Yeah, I like it down here in the States. I mean, obviously I grew up in Montreal watching the Canadians, and as a little kid, every little kid from Montreal's dream is to play for the Canadians. But as older, you get older and you start figuring out that you don't choose who you play for and you don't choose who you get drafted for. And by that time, you're just kind of, you want to make the NHL. So wherever you make it is a good thing. And right now, I'm in the Columbus organization, and it's been good so far. But obviously, if the stars align one day and I get to put on that uniform, I would
He still wants to do that. I love it.
I like Canada. I could do without this Arctic blast that you keep sending us. Now, for somebody who's been up to the top level, human nature being what it is, there's two ways you can go. You can say, you know what, I knew I could do it. I did it. Cool. Or, man, I got to get back there. Yeah. Which way are you here?
No, exactly. Some guys could say they did it, like you just said, or I think most of the guys want to play there permanently. You get a sniff up there, and it's amazing. It's great. You live the NHL life, and it's a lot different. You get treated so well and stuff. But not to say that we don't get treated well here. But I mean, you want to be up there to have a long career. Obviously, 5 to 10 years is a great career, and I've been up there, and all I want to do is get back there.
We're talking with Michael Chaput, centerman for your Springfield Falcons. Falcons back at the Nest Friday and Saturday against the Bridgeport Sound Tigers. 7 p.m. puck drop for both of those games. Great family event. Great to get the family out. My boys love it. We love to bring the family out. I want to get everyone out there to be sure that you get at least 2 Falcons games under your belt this season. Speaking of games under your belt, you broke camp with the Blue Jackets last year. And what a year it was for Columbus. It felt like last year was the year that the Blue Jackets sort of emerged on the casual hockey fan's mind. I mean, that incredible series they played at the end of the year with Pittsburgh, where it seemed like, save for Bob, not standing on his head every single game. It was amazing. It was everything. The special teams was great. The offense was amazing. The goaltending was great. What is it like to be part of, we talk about the Habs, a team that has forever been fantastic.
Not every year.
A team like the Blue Jackets that is sort of, it's emerging on the North American sports consciousness. That's got to be exciting, right?
Yeah, definitely. When you're part of an organization that's growing like that, it's always something fun. Like you said, last year they made a push for playoffs. They made the playoffs, and then against the Penguins, they had a great series. They won a couple games. They won the first playoff game in history, and I think it really showed that the city can be a hockey city. And it really grew a lot in terms of being a hockey city, and I think people around North America recognize that even more, and it's a fun thing to be a part of.
Cool.
I want to get your take on it. I'm sure you're not a Bruins fan, but you're a professional hockey player.
We keep going back to this.
We're all Bruins fans in here.
And he admires the Bruins greatly, though.
And for the life of us, we can't seem to figure out what's going on with this team right now. You still have a lot of, minus a few guys.
So if you could just wear this Bruins hat.
Can I finish my question, please? They still have a lot of talent on this team that was around for the Stanley Cup run and the great teams they've had consistently. What is going on with this team this year? Have you watched them at all? Can you figure out what's going on with this team?
No, to be honest, I haven't watched them that much, but I know who's on the team and the kind of players they have, and there's a lot of character there, and I think I think they're not too far from figuring it out. That's for sure. But you know, it happens to every team. Sometimes you go on a skid, and it's hard to come out of sometimes. But I'm sure you know, there's 25 games left this season. I think.
Okay,
they probably have time to figure it out.
Now I'm curious. The Worcester is losing their minor league hockey. It's being moved to the same city, the same arena where the parent club is in San Jose. I imagine that there's some advantages to having that and some disadvantages. What do you think would be great? I mean, can you imagine sharing the city with your actual host team in the same building?
It'd make the flight easier.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
but competing for fans and stuff, I think that'd be difficult.
Yeah, maybe yes and no. I think, you know, maybe if the fans get to see the AHL team, you know, they see who their prospects are and who's going to be coming up to the big club, and also, I mean, for getting like, you know, like a big fan base, I think it could be a good thing. But you're right, maybe the fans are going to want to go to the NHL games more than they want to go to the AHL games. But I think for the organization, it's probably a good thing, because when you get called up and stuff, the traveling is way easier than to go on from down here all the way to California, you know, going to San Jose and stuff like that. So I think for the teams that are out in California, it's going to be much easier.
There's got to be some non-extreme here from going, you know, having your farm club in Massachusetts if you're in California to having it, you know, basically in the basement.
Right in the same arena. Yeah.
There's got to be some middle
Just
ground
switch
there.
dressing rooms. Yeah.
Just walking.
Michael Chaput of the Springfield Falcons. Couple more questions for you. It's great to have you in here again. We appreciate your time.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Hockey is your family business.
Yeah, it is.
Which is pretty remarkable, right? Your dad is a high-ranking official in the Lewiston Maniacs, who drafted you in the Quebec Junior Hockey League. Your brother played a spell in the NHL as well. At what point does there better not be any brothers who are like accountants, right? It's just the two of you.
No, we do. I do have a third brother, second brother. Sorry, he's older, and he works right now with a company called Garda. He does his
That's
own thing.
awesome.
He went to school, but he did play hockey, but no, he quit earlier than we did.
Well,
It's
He's
funny if he wasn't counting now,
He's
huh?
the third Manning brother.
No, but that's a tough job. I mean, you need to be tough job. That's an armored car, right?
Yeah, no, he works like in the office.
You get. No, that's tough too. You gotta be tough in that
Not to say
office.
he's not a tough
Yeah,
guy.
because you're wimpy to be a hockey player,
He
right?
used
I
to
was
be,
on a car
I
guy.
can't say he's not tough, because if he hears this, then he'll.
Those office jobs, you gotta be tough.
Yeah, you do.
You get boarded when you're heading to the water cooler.
Yeah, exactly.
He gets to keep all his teeth. Hockey players don't always get to do that.
So what was that like growing up? I mean, obviously, you know, we've already done the whole cliche hockey or religion north of the border, et cetera, et cetera. But hockey is the family business, right? I mean, this had to be, as soon as you show a flash, people have to know that the youngest Chaput boy is also going to be playing at a level, right?
Yeah, definitely. Ever since you know, I can remember, I've been playing hockey. My brothers played hockey, and my dad also played. Funny thing, he was also drafted by Philadelphia. Yeah, that's the team I got drafted by.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, it was pretty cool actually. So you know, everything I learned basically came through him. He was our coaches when we grew up and stuff. So yeah, it ran in the family definitely. My mom had to put up with it for a lot of years.
If your mom had to draft one of the brothers first for a pond hockey game, would she take? She's not. No one's listening.
No, I know. I honestly think she'd probably pick me, not because I might be better or anything, just probably because I'm the baby of the family.
Yeah.
I think I'm the one she loves the most. So, I don't know. That's what I think.
Now you guys
Breaking
yourselves.
news with Michael Chaput.
I hate to break it to them.
Now the Falcons themselves got off to one of the best starts the organization's ever had, and then you guys you hit a little bit of a dry spell. We went to a game. It was a heartbreaking game. It was the 4-3 loss in overtime. I think you guys lost about 10 seconds in overtime. But what's going on with the team right now? Is it just a matter of not gelling all the time? Is it a matter of the call-ups you guys had? Lost your goalie? What's going on with the team right now?
Yeah, you know what? We did have a good start. I think right now it's just a matter of putting it all together, putting the pieces together. I think, for whatever reason, our power play hasn't been working, but our PK's been working, and then it was the other way around. Power play working, PK not working. And, special teams are a big part of it. 5-on-5 is a big part of it. We just gotta, figure out a way to put it all together. And I think if we do that, we're gonna be a pretty dangerous hockey club.
You probably don't want to admit this, and if you do, it'd be really, really cool radio. But somebody who's at the cusp, who's played up there and trying to get back there. You watch a lot of hockey, and there's got to be some centers in the league where you're like, I'm better than that guy. I mean, How do you handle that?
Starts with his brother.
No, definitely. I mean, you always think that, you know, for some whatever reason you should be there or stuff like that. But there's always things that you didn't do or you did do that you think you should have done differently and stuff like that. And you know, you can't look at it that way, because if you start saying, you know, I'm better than that guy, I'm better than this guy, I should be there, I should not be there, you know, that's when your head starts spinning and you kind of lose yourself in all of it, and then you start worrying about the wrong things, you know. So I think you just gotta worry about yourself and work on your game as much as possible, work hard, and that's what's gonna get you back there.
Very politically correct answer.
We're talking with Michael Chaput of the Springfield Falcons. He's center, and he's having a fantastic year. Make sure you go check out the Springfield Falcons. Get a couple games in, because class organization, great place, and a really good team this year. Before we let you leave, and thank you so much again for joining us, I want to talk a little bit about, I haven't been to Montreal myself since early 90s. Back-to-back years, I went whitewater rafting trips, two of the best vacations I've ever had.
This is great, Tony.
I gotta ask you, Club Super Sex still open?
Early 90s, I wasn't even born yet.
I know, but
I was born 1992. But I mean, you drive down St. Catherine.
St. Catherine Street.
You see a lot of weird names, and super sex might be one of them. I don't know.
Another politically correct answer.
Celebrity bartending at Samuel's, the Springfield Falcons, will be this Wednesday, tomorrow
cool.
night.
Yeah.
Thomas Larkin, it looks like Corey Cowick, a friend of ours, is going to be over there. I would pay money to have Corey Cowick.
Corey's the team chef, right?
Yeah, he is.
Corey's the team chef. Won the contest.
I lost my lunch.
But, were you involved?
Wait, what did you make?
I burnt the chicken.
Yes, that's right.
Video,
Zilch told us that.
Michael Chaput, it's been a pleasure to get to know you, my friend. We will, in fact, likely all be out on Friday night, as should all of our listeners. 7 p.m. puck drop, Bridgeport Sound Tigers against the Springfield Falcons.
Them.
If you miss Friday's puck drop, Saturday, 7 p.m. as well. And then you've got a little break ahead of the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins coming in on March the 8th. So get one of these games in this weekend. You've got nothing better to do, and it's the best hockey. It's the best hockey this side of Boston, truthfully. All right, Michael Chaput, thanks so much, my friend.
Can argue they're better than Boston right now.
You guys could probably beat the Bruins heads up. Tony is going to try to get you into a Krejci jersey. I just want to point that out. We'll see.
Just because I might not like Boston.
As much as we don't like Montreal, I'm sure.
You're a friend of ours. We appreciate you. On the other side of the break, a history maker, another fantastic guest.